The law of right human relations. It is tied to the number 70, also tied to the number 7, also tied to 42, which breaks down to a number 6. So if you're into numerology, just know that this message is coming to you in ways of numbers 70, 7, 42, 6. And yes, this law states no man or woman, for that matter, is a prophet. No one has a franchise on reality. No one knows the best way to do things. No one then can dictate to another. Let no one assume to forcibly teach, counsel, or guide, for we all have the greatest of these we could hope for already within us. The only being we can really counsel is the self. Just in that alone, in this law of right human relations, when you understand that everything is already inside of you, nothing is outside of you, you will then be born again. You will see the world from a higher perspective. You will be attracted to the guides and the teachers who is just teaching you to come back to who you truly are. The real teachings of the ones who are connected to our only one creator will let you know that you have to go within yourself, that it starts with you first, that you don't have to give all unnecessarily. You don't have to do all these things. You don't have to be a certain way. All you have to do is love and nurture, respect and honor yourself. Everything is already inside of you. You are already enough. You are already equipped. So for those of you who have been outside yourselves for so long, been leading with this logic, being in your head for so long, thinking that you were under the influence of our only one creator, you were not. You have been misguided. Some of you all really believe in is buying this whole religion thing. It's a business. It was meant to create separation amongst the people. There is only one, and it's inside of us. We are not separate. Spirituality, that's it, that's all. The spirituality is oneness, divine oneness, the universal laws. It is already inside of you. There is no separation. There's only unity, wholeness, oneness, love, your heart open, vulnerability, expansiveness, limitless, freeing, balance, and harmony. There's good in the dark. There's good in the light. There's balance. There's harmonious. You have to balance. You have to ground yourself. Put your feet planted in the ground, in water, in soil, in Mother Earth. Come back to nature. When people force their beliefs onto you, that is not our creator. When it's gentle, when it's open, when it is not, you just naturally is drawn to something because you feel in your inner being that it is right. You know that that is coming from our Creator, because you don't have to be tempted. You don't have to feel like you have to be a certain way. You come as you are. There is no judgments. You are accepted and appreciated for who you are, who you authentically are. You are telling us who you feel you are, because we don't know. Only you know, because only you can teach yourself. You are self-taught. You have to be self-aware. Only you know. Anything outside of you, any of us, when we come into your world, you are teaching us how to treat you, because we don't know who you are unless you tell us, you show us. We are matching your vibration, your frequency. We're being a mirror of each other's experiences, of what we feel, to think, to know, or want to be, as we use this whole avatar world to have this experience. So it starts with you. You have to be self-taught, self-aware. You have to go within. You have to use your intuition, your senses that was given to you. Use that to know. Allow yourself to make those mistakes, to learn from them. Don't judge you. You're not meant to. That is not your. You are never meant to judge. That business that a lot of you all have been. I mean, I'm talking about some of y'all are under the church. That's how deeply rooted y'all are into that. That it's just like being deeply rooted into cancer. It's a business. It's toxic. It is not who you truly are. You have to understand that no man or woman is a prophet. No one has a franchise on reality. No one knows the best way to do things. So no one can dictate to another. No one assume to forcibly force you to teach, counsel, or guide. For we all have the greatest of these we can hope for that is already within us. The only being we can really counsel is the self. So if you are naturally drawn to people and situations, that is just another form of yourself that is telling you those things. No one is making you be anything other than who you truly want to be for yourself. You have to be willing to accept and love yourself, your choices, your decisions, and the ability to be able to wake up and want to do something different, and to be different, and to like something different. You may decide that you've been in a relationship for 14 years and you like, this is not who I want. I'm not attracted to that. I'm not this person anymore. You know, you have to really do what is best for you. You cannot be in this self-imposed prison anymore. In our relationships, we achieve greater results with others by our own fine example and by listening. People answer their own questions if given the opportunity. The only real control we ever have and need is the control of self. So a lot of you all need to get rid of this feeling like you can control other people, because you can't. You can't make them do anything. People have their own free will choice. They could have incarnated into this world saying, yeah, I'm going to be with this person. Like, yes, we're going to find each other and it's going to work out. And then they get their free will choices and they decide to go a whole nother path. That's their decision. That has nothing to do with you. You have to continue to live your life. You have to continue to just do what is best for you. You got to move on. They didn't choose the path that they incarnated here with. You can't force them. You have to allow people to just be and be happy for them. That is where true love is, allowing people to be who they truly are, who they're meant to be. No matter what choices and decisions, let them figure it out on their own. It is their life to live. No one has no right to judge anybody ever for the choices and decisions that they are making for themselves. We can only hope that you will make choices and decisions that is for the highest and greatest good of all of us, that is going to create prosperity, abundance, good life, good love, fertile grounds, connectedness, oneness, wholeness. We can hope for that. But the only real control we ever have and need is the control of self. Have self-control. You come first. So from this point on, follow this law. Live in this law. Know this law. You come first. You've always come first. Your opinions matter for what you feel about yourself. How you are on the inside is what is going on in your outside. So if you're not liking what's going on in the outside, that means you need to go within. You need to really do some healing, some self-work. There's no more projecting negativity or anything else outside of yourself, because you ain't doing nothing but just fighting yourself. You're just fighting yourself. And yet, there are those for whom teaching is a means to an end. Be that control, self-avoidance, that's a long word that I'm not going to even try to pronounce. So these teachers have no students, only victims. And by me even reading these words, I literally just channeled that to you. The teaching that is a means to an end, meaning those churches that you all go into, these people that want to continue to keep regurgitating stuff that just is so dead. I mean, and it's just so dead, and they just is not moving on, and that is just not where we are. Like, the world has transcended so many times, overlapped, and it's just on so much more higher heights. And the thing is what one have to realize, and that's for those that be in the ego too, that continue to be in guilt and shame and fears, worries, doubts, and all of that. Just know that teaching to be in control, the self-avoidance, so the meaning that you are not holding yourself accountable. You want everybody else. That's how narcissists are born. You want everybody else to be responsible for all of your shortcomings, when all you have to do is just work on yourself. Because we all are here to work on ourselves. None of us is perfect. All right. Yes, our Creator made us perfect in the image that we was intended for. But we came here to learn and grow, to discover ourselves, to strengthen our gifts and abilities, and to activate the gifts that's inside of us. Not to project negativity and things like that. No, absolutely not. We are to lift each other up. If we see that someone may have a weakness, how about we turn that into a strength for them? We can say that we've observed that this may be something that you're dealing with. This is just a sincere connection, just a loving connection, and let me help you with this, right? That is our Creator. That is doing the work. Not being in some self-imposed prison, not feeling like you have to shut yourself out from the world, and being just sitting here in just all these fears, worries, and anxieties, because that gets you nowhere. Those teachers have no students. They only have victims. Those people that are trauma bonding on these channels, and they keep on keeping people in these toxic, repeated cycles, those are victims, respectfully. I've seen that. I've listened to readers. They want to continue to pull y'all into their cycles of their stories, and they just want to. They're being victims. They not even. How about they start telling you what they've done to get themselves out of that? What changes have they made? It is time for you all to really start holding yourself accountable and not allowing that to be your story no more. Knowing that when you hear love is in the air is everywhere. It's within your, you can, it's right that all you have to do is open your heart. All you have to do is open your heart. So A strong action may be required to such a teacher and become independent of another's will. The law of right human relations recognizes this right. We are all pupils and learners in the third dimension. By diverting our attentions to others and failing to search for excellence within, we lose sight of the gifts we already have, overlooking them in our haste to teach others. Ooh, that's deep. I'm going to read that one more time, and I really hope that this can sit and just marinate in some of you all who are heavily ran by your logic, and whoever it is that you're praying to and answering you, it is time for you to tell that part of yourself, those egos, to have some seats and trust the light, and to get your ego in alignment with your higher self. The law of right human relations recognizes this right. We are all pupils and learners in the third dimension. By diverting our attentions to the others and failing to search for excellence within. I could break this on down for those of you who this may go over your head. And by me breaking it down, just mean that I'm just reaching you to the level of intelligence that you are at, because you are intelligent at where you are at, where you allow yourself to be. Because some of you all have put yourself so far in a box that you have limited yourself, and it is time for you to set yourself free. So what this message is saying, that the minute that you start giving your attention to others, and you start judging them based off of what they're doing, or how many likes and views, or whatever the case may be, or however it is that they was able to get their riches on their own, however that it worked for them, that you neglected to look at your own gifts and blessings that is already inside of you, because it all comes from those people that you are looking at are just showing you how you can do it too, in your own way, when it's your time. When it's your time. You came here on your own to do the work, not to be tempted by all of these low narratives and false stories and things of that nature. No, you came here to do the work. So hold yourself accountable. There is no more victimhood. There is no more false teaching and all these things. You need to hold yourselves accountable and activate your gifts that is inside of you. Start connecting to our only one creator. All right? Because by diverting our attentions to others and failing to search for excellence within, we lose sight of the gifts we already have, overlooking them in our haste to teach others. That is what a lot of those religions and those churches are doing. They are falsifying information. They are not under the influence of our only one creator. They have let greed and all type of other negative emotions take over, where it has taken people far away from our creator, far away from love. Because there's way too many people that claim that they go to those places and they are afraid. What are you afraid of? Yeah, you're afraid of the dang on person, this false teacher that is claiming that they are connected in some way, shape, or form, but is not. Because you should ask them, do they ground? Do they know where the animals are? Like, and what is what are they doing with the money? And really, what is it? Like, come on now. Water, natural spring water is free. The fruits and vegetables that is all of the things that our Creator has provided for us is free. Natural herbs. There is no, everything could be reversed through everything is already inside of us.